crooked ascension. We're going to get this little elevator here. I'll mosey over here and grab this. For a sunset puzzle piece. And one less guy. There we go. Okay. All right, head back. This looks like the way we came, but it isn't because we were on an elevator, obviously, like I said, so now we're in a new area. Excuse me. That was unpleasant. Okay, right above here is another puzzle piece. As you can see, requires a probably a higher jumping skill that I don't have yet, so I will get it eventually.
Okay.
We got the Cosmic Belt, has greatest defense. It's it is an armor piece. It actually gives you a pretty high defense stat. I believe it's here. Yeah, Cosmic Belt. It gives you 6 points of defense, but as you can see, it gives you no elemental defense whatsoever. And since I've been focusing heavily on elemental defense on all my gear on every character, it's really not going to be that useful. I'm especially not for me because I've made sure I've got elemental defense across the board as high as I can go. It may be better than the Midnight Anklet for Donald. He'll lose his dark defense, but he does have some more dark defense in a Gaia belt. It comes with thunder and dark, so it may not be bad for him. But I'm not going to bother equipping it right now. Probably not ever, since I'm so late in the game. Unless I just come across an enemy that I know is going to be a lot of physical attacks. But there's so many different combinations of physical and magic attacks throughout the game, there's really no need to actually focus on one or the other. Focus on a lot of elemental or a lot of physical. Personally, I'd rather focus on a lot of elemental defense because there's so much non-elemental attacks that happen to you, whether they seem physical or not. Okay, I'll check the shop here, turn into the crafting materials that we've got. Can we make anything useful? Mage earring, slaying, we've already done those. Free development, nothing there. Recipes, we still haven't done anything for these. Although we're working on the Save the King and Save the Queen. We've got Dense Stones for Save the Queen and Twilight Stones for Twilight Shards rather for Save the King. We have plenty, or Shalcom. We got a Moon Amulet, which we just need one Twilight Stone for. Sure would like to synthesize that and see what that is. I could synthesize a Mage Earring or a Slayer Earring if I wanted to, just to add some more experience, but considering it requires so much more experience to reach the next level, it's going to require over 330 experience. It's going to take a lot of making in order to get to that next level, so I don't want to waste items as rare as we've got here, these gems and stuff. I don't want to waste these on these things here, because I'm also considering we've also already made these before, so it's not really worth the experience gain right now. So I'm not going to bother doing that. I still got the same weapons that we've already got equipped on Donald and Goofy. So ready to just move on. I've got a lot of cutscene here, followed up by a really important boss. Now, there's going to be this cutscene coming up here is going to describe a lot of detail about what happened in the events of the prologue. Well. So the part of the holes that I was talking about in the prologue of the game, I'll try to fill in once we get through this cutscene. But after the cutscene is going to be a boss battle, so I'll have to.
She doesn't need you.
You'll have to excuse the fact that I'm going into a long diatribe, a long description explaining the story after a boss battle. So just pardon me on that one.
Organization 13 has no further use for you. Just look there.
It's a giant heart-shaped moon.
Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts. Can you hear their euphoria? Now all they need is one more helping from the Keyblade Bearer.
Well, that's not a heartless. We've already beaten 1,000 of them in a single blow. Why not have the entire team together and defeat 3,000?
Kingdom Hearts!
Sora! Sora, it's really you!
Kairi!
Huh? You leave Sora alone!
And because she's a Final Fantasy character, essentially, she can survive falls at infinite heights.
Sora.
Take it.
Where the hell did he get that Keyblade?
This time, I'll fight. You know Sora's completely hopeless without us. Come on, Riku. Ha!
She's pretty good with it.
Well, well. Will the intrusions never end?
Maleficent Pete. Oh boy.
Why, Pete, this castle is perfect. Perhaps we should acquire it.
You gonna try to take the title from the
Setup is kind of nice, I
from
guess.
the nobodies?
What
The
about all the
organization?
Heartless? Oh, this in-between world, it's way too close to the darkness. They here.
Once again, you underestimate me.
Go, Mickey! What the hell is that?
It's been too long, my friend.
Ansem the Wise, why didn't you come to me before things got so bad?
Xemnas, the organization superior, is the nobody of Xehanort, my foremost apprentice.
Remember this guy? We saw him back at the
Burden
flashback when
was mine to bear.
Mickey recognized
Is that all?
Xemnas as Xehanort's nobody.
I won't deny there was more. I was obsessed with thoughts of revenge. My apprentices stole everything precious to me. My research and my pride.
I can't help you with revenge.
I know. Riku's told me 1,000 times.
Where is he?
He must be with his friends by now. Riku was a great help to me. I found him wandering the darkness after you and he lost track of each other.
Gosh, we didn't lose each other exactly. Riku left, well, because Xehanort's Heartless was still inside his heart, troubling him. And he sure must have been suffering. But what I don't understand is why he looks like that now, when he's still Riku at heart.
I am to blame. When I met Riku the first time, he still had the appearance of a boy. Probably because he had such a strong heart. I asked him to find a young man named Roxas from Organization 13 and bring him to me. When I told him it would help Sora awaken from his slumber, Riku left without a word.
Now, his slumber, obviously, he's talking about when Sora was
Fought
asleep and
Roxas.
at the end of Chain of
Like
Memories, the
no
beginning of
surmise,
Kingdom Hearts
Riku
1.
lost that
So the
fight.
events of he's talking about the events that
Riku
happened at
must
the end
have
of Chain of
realized
Memories.
then, to fight in the realm of darkness, he would have to immerse himself in that same darkness. And when he did, you saw what became of him. When Riku brought Roxas back to me, he was introducing himself as Ansem. If that was what it took to awaken his friend, he was ready to live in darkness. Riku was the victim of my revenge. Oh, how my heart ached. I could only laugh to hide my shame.
I guess it must have been after that when I saw Riku again. He said he wanted to help Sora. But he made me promise. Promise that Sora wouldn't ever find out about what happened to him while he was out in the darkness.
My friend, the time has come. I must make amends to these young people.
Get off!
What's going on?
And here's our boss fight. I'll go into more detail about that cutscene a little bit later, just in case you're confused about some things. I also fill in some holes that I was talking about in the prologue.
Show yourself!
Oh, it sounds like you haven't.
This is in case you
Sora! Roxas!
don't recognize this guy's voice.
Hey,
He was
did you
the
just call me Roxas?
he was the organization member that we saw the
You
first
really
time
put
Sora
organization
saw the
13
organization
in
in
a pickle.
person in Hollow Bastion.
I guess
He was the
that
one
must be
saying
why the
"Whoopsie
Keyblade
Daisy" and all
chose
that
you.
stuff. That's this guy.
But man, did it pick a dud this time. You don't look like you're half the hero the others were.
Are you done rambling?
Rambling. As if.
See?
All I'm trying to tell you, traitor, is that your time is up.
Here he comes!
All right, this guy's got the Halo sniper needler kind of thing, and he's a pretty big pain in the ass. All right, first thing he's going to do, he's going to go up into a sniper mode.
Gotcha now.
And now if we're going to look from his perspective at Sora, we got to just keep moving around, and when he zooms in with that orange view, if you have guard enabled as your ability, when he goes orange, make sure you tap the block button to block the attack. If you don't have guard turned on, then you'll need to use the double jump or the jump dodge ability of the master form to avoid the attack. Otherwise, just moving around while in that orange zoom mode, you can't avoid that. You won't be able to avoid the hit. You'll have to use actually the block or the jump dodge to avoid it. If you don't, if for any reason have either one of those, I guess you can try using reflect to block the attack. But you can't just run away from it or try to duck away from it with normal movement, because he will hit you every time. As you can see, it's also a tracking projectile. See how it curves sometimes? This happens for a little while. It does it like 5 or 6 times. And finally he'll give up. There he goes. Finally gave up. Alright, now we can fight him head on like normal. I don't have a drive bar, so we'll just go ahead and straight up fight. He's moved the arena around a little bit, so we can't get straight to him. Magic, which is fine. That's what I wanted. There he goes. Now he's close. Now he's far away. This part is really annoying because he goes to the other side of that gap there, and I can't go straight to him. He teleport close enough to actually attack him. And there we go. Now we can attack him a bit. We got 3 bars. Go out with Valor form, and we get into anti-form. That's okay. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. We'll get some good damage on him. Look at that health bar drain. Look at it drain. Go your anti-form. Down to 1 bar. Keep the attacks going. Come on. We can get him here before he go back to sniper mode. Alright, he's immune here, so just run around. Now he's going to do this whole thing where he's going to like make a bunch of fire attacks come from the skies and just keep running around. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Damn it. I was just about to say, if he hits you once, you're likely going to be dead because it's going to end up locking you into into a stuck animation where you're not going to be able to, well, not a stuck animation, but you're going to be constantly being stunned, knocked back, and you're not going to be able to get out of it. So unfortunately that happened to me, so you just got to try to avoid the attacks. So try again. I'll skip the cutscenes and meet you guys at the battle.
You really shouldn't have betrayed us.
It's really too bad too, because I did a lot of damage with anti-form early on. Now we got to do this crap again. Also, another thing while you're running around in sniper mode, you want to stay at the far end of the platform over here. Because getting too close to the platform doesn't give you enough time to dodge or block or get away from the sniper attack. Or just, you'll have more time to be able to avoid it. Whereas if you're really close, you may not have the time to avoid the sniper shot. I do think it's kind of an interesting little mechanic here. Usually, whenever you're seeing the first-person perspective, it's first-person perspective as the shooter, not the first-person perspective from the shooter, even though you're another character. Usually, you're the one doing the shooting from the sniper's perspective. You're not the one being shot at from the sniper's perspective. So it's kind of an interesting little mechanic they included for this one. Alright, finally stop there. Now we can go with attacks. Alright, out of magic, so let's go straight up with attacks. A little bit more, and I can trigger Valor Form. Valor Form, here we go. We go into anti-form again, that's fine. Come on, get over there to him, get over there to him. Okay, he's close. Damn it. There we go, now we're hitting him. Come on, damn it. I'm not going to do anywhere near the amount of damage I could before because I'm not getting close enough to attack him. There we go, now we're hitting him. Oh, shit. God damn it. I was afraid of this. This guy was going to be a problem. What's really annoying is now that I die, I got to do this whole part over again. All right, finally he's down. All right, now we're going straight up attacks again. I'm not going to go for MP charge and try to charge my drive gauge, because I want to save it for in case I need a cure. Because apparently this guy's turning into my health a lot, so I dodge that attack for sure. What's annoying is this guy teleports around the room. I hate teleporting enemies in just about any game I've ever played. Oh, damn, come here. Alright, now I'll go into Valor Form because I just got cured. Nice. I'll do it right here. There we go. He's outside the arena. That's fucking... Oh, goddamn, he's outside the fucking hell. I'm gonna do this shit and I'm not gonna be able to get out of it. That is bullshit. That is fucking bullshit! Fuck! Alright, here we go again. Maybe I shouldn't try using Valor, or try using any form, because maybe... I mean, I know that anti-form's defenses are very, very poor. It doesn't take much to damage. It doesn't take much to do a lot of damage to Sora in anti-form. But I would like to deliver the extra damage as possible in anti-form, but I gotta actually hit him in order to do that, and it's hard to do. So I'll just go with all-out regular attacks. Got him down to 2 bars, 1 bar left. Oh, no, still only 2 bars, but Now to his final health bar here. Maybe a little luck we can actually kill him before he actually goes back to the sniper mode again. Hopefully, crossing my fingers here. He's lightning on him, he's lightning on him. Got him! Yes! Yes! I was able to hit him enough. I didn't have to do that sniper battle again. Because usually after a certain point, also I got him before he did that whole fucking flurry of shots too. So that was good there. But if you manage to survive the flurry shot thing,
Why did you call me Roxas?
he'll teleport up to the upper level and do that whole sniper thing again.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Hey, hold on.
As far as trying to avoid the warp that warping thing where he's in the one center of the room, he's got blasts coming from you all directions. All you gotta do is just keep running around the room, maybe some dodge rolling. Just keep ahead of the shots. Don't let one of those shots hit you, because it'll stun Sora enough that you cannot get out of the chain and you're pretty much instantly dead. Unless you happen to just get lucky enough that you hit late enough in the flurry that he stops firing and still has some health left. But
so he could use the power of darkness. It won't be easy.